Good morning. Happy Wednesday, you guys. I was gonna get ready and I thought I'll just jump on and show you how easy it is. But if you are brand new here, my name is Lauren. I am 41 years old. I'll be 42 in like 4 days. It's insane. And I love sharing my one compact makeup. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. You guys, it has been, say hi as you jump on. I'm just having my coffee, getting ready for the day. My kids just went to school and I'm gonna show you my normal routine, but I have been so stressed out lately, you guys. I'm getting cold sores. I've got eczema all over my arms. Like, it's been bad. Our basement has been flooding and just won't stop. So it's been kind of a stressful week over here, but makeup always makes me feel better. I always feel more like myself. Hello, Veronica. Hi, guys. So I'm just gonna show you how easy this one compact makeup is. This is all cream-based, thank you. This is all cream-based makeup. And as you age, if you're noticing that your skin, hi Catherine, if you're noticing that your skin is not adjusting well to liquid makeup anymore or liquid foundation or powder, this is what I would suggest you try. It has changed everything for me, so I love sharing about it. All right, hello, you guys. All right, I am going to get started. Oh my goodness, you know what I forgot? My brush. Hold on, I'm gonna go grab my brush. That's how this week has been. 1 second, I'm gonna run. Okay, I'm back. All right. And now I've got my dogs barking. No, it's just me. Okay, real life over here, you guys. I'm gonna use this detail brush, no Chloe, and I'm going to use my one compact makeup. So I'm gonna show you how quick and easy this is. I'm going to prep my skin because I get a lot of questions on that. So I use, no Chloe, I use, hello, oh, I'm so jealous, it's snowing here. I would love it to be warm. So I've got my moisturizer on. I always moisturize first. I'm really dry just for reference. And I'm gonna pull my hair back so you guys can really see my face. I'm gonna go in with my sunscreen. Even though it is winter here in Idaho, you do wanna make sure you're using a sunscreen, you guys. This is the Supergoop Glow Screen. It is my favorite. So if you're looking for a good sunscreen, my favorite. And then I'm gonna put my Drunk Elephant drops on. I'm very pale, so I like to kind of add a little bronze on to my skin before I start. And then I just take my hands and rub it all over. This isn't gonna give you like a huge bronze effect, but it is gonna add a little color. So if you do like to have just a little bit more color on your skin, if you're like me and you get really pale, this is gonna be a really good combo for you. Now the Drunk Elephant drops are out of stock everywhere, but there are other good options, like L'Oreal I think has one, Milk has one. There's just a lot of options, but you can see that just like kind of took my makeup or my skin just a little bit bronzer, and that's what I want. Okay, then after I do that, I use my primer. There's so many people that say you don't need a primer. That is total a preference for sure. Okay, so I like a primer. If you are over the age of 40 and you notice that your skin is having more texture or your makeup's not staying on all day, using a primer might actually help you. So if you're noticing that, I would suggest a primer. I just did a video on primers. If you're using cream makeup or if you're using liquid, you wanna make sure that you're using like ingredients. So for example, with cream makeup, you can't use anything with silicone. So I love this Euphoria one. This is my favorite primer, but like, if you're using liquid, just make sure that they have like ingredients. So if you notice that your makeup is separating or you notice that you're cakey or oily, it could be what is in your skincare or in your primer before you put your makeup on. So double check your ingredients. That's really important no matter what makeup you're using. Okay. All right, so my skin is prepped. I've got everything ready. If you really want your makeup to stay on after all of that, you can go in with a setting spray and spray your face. So I'll do that and show you. Like that. A lot of people don't use enough setting spray. You want your face to feel not like it's sopping wet, but you want to put enough on that you're going to feel like it's wet, and then you're just going to let it dry for a minute. If you don't want to touch your makeup, which I don't like to reapply my makeup, I love using a primer and a setting spray first, and then at the end using the setting spray again. Okay, so really quick, I use Saint Makeup. Saint is a customized makeup palette. So basically, I do free color matches for you, and then you can get whatever you want, put it in your own customizable palette based on how your makeup routine is. If you're very simple, you're gonna wanna do what I'm doing today. If you love bronzer, eyeshadows, there's all different palette sizes, and you can make them customized to you, which is really cool. So this is just a palette 8. You can customize. If you only like lip and cheek colors, you can put that in their palette. You don't have to have foundation if you don't wear them. And so it's just really cool. So the setting spray I'm using, Mary Ellen, is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Filter. This is my favorite. Yes, setting spray will make all the difference, you guys. Especially if you're using cream makeup, you have to use setting spray because it's meant to move. You'll see when I put the makeup on. If you're using liquid and you put it on, you can it just doesn't move with your skin. Cream is meant to move with your skin, but if you don't set your makeup, then it will come off, okay? Because it's meant to move. All right. Okay, let's do this. Let's get ready. I'm using the detail brush. Number one question I get, what brush do I love? This one is my absolute favorite. Let me tell you really quick. Hi, Elaine. The reason I love this one is if you struggle with contour, it's gonna be your best friend. I'm gonna show you how to use it. And then underneath our eyes, as we age, we get a little bit more hollowed out right in here. We get smaller, almost like everything kind of, I don't know, not shrinks, but we have smaller areas. And so I love using this brush to really get into those small areas like the nose, under the eyes, things like that. So the detail brush from Saint is my absolute favorite. Now, can you use any brush with cream makeup? No, you want to use a brush that's dense. So if you go in and you have your own brushes, you may not get that really nice flawless look that you're going to get with a brush that's made for cream. So just double check your brushes. Does this help? Never seen setting spray before makeup. Does this help more than just spraying at the end? Yes. So Nikki, it's going to make your makeup stay on so well. So if you're oily, especially, setting spray before your makeup is going to keep it on all day long. Setting spray is just like, I always call it like hairspray for your face. You can't feel it. It's not like your hairspray in your face, but it keeps it on all day long, and it's the best. If you're not using setting spray, your makeup's not lasting, get a good setting spray. There's a lot of different setting sprays to choose from. This one, I have tried so many. I've tried Urban Decay. I can go off. This one is my favorite. Charlotte Tilbury. It's a little more expensive, but it is worth it. It lasts forever. Okay, let's go in to our makeup. So I'm gonna use my detail brush. I'm gonna go in with contour first, okay? So this is a 1-layer makeup system. So if you are using traditional foundation, you might know that you go in with your foundation, then you layer on your contour or your bronzer and your blush, and you've got layer, 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 so your makeup feels really heavy. This is great for more mature skin. The reason it's great is because it's a 1-layer system and it's very skin-like. It absorbs into the skin versus sitting on top of the skin, so it doesn't accentuate the fine lines and wrinkles and all the things that maybe we worry about as we get a little bit older. So I'm gonna start with contour. I like to start with contour. You can start with your foundation, whatever you want, but I like to start with contour because it's gonna give me a roadmap for my face and where everything else is gonna go. Okay, so I like to I'm gonna show you this brush really quick. So you can see how this brush is kind of flat, right? My brush is filthy. I'm gonna use just one side of the brush for my contour, and that's gonna give me a really nice contoured line. So I'm just gonna go in, I'm gonna show you, just on that one side. Now, when you go into your tins, a lot of people go and start scraping in there. You just wanna tap. You don't need a lot of product. You can always go back and add more, but it's harder to take away if you put too much on. Okay, I'm gonna start with my cheekbone, okay? So when we were younger, we were able to kind of go in this hollow, make that fish face, we'd go in that hollow. But what we wanna do now is we wanna find that cheekbone, and we wanna find the most prominent part of the cheekbone. So roll it, the best way to describe it is kind of just feel along your cheekbone. Yours is gonna be different than mine, okay? And what you're gonna do is you're gonna feel along that cheekbone. You're gonna kind of roll up and roll down. You don't want to go on the downside, and you don't want to go too high up. You want to go right on the middle of that prominent part of the cheekbone, and usually it's right in line with the edge of your ear, okay? So you're just going to make a line like this. Let me get a little bit more so you can see it. And contour doesn't need to be super, super bam in your face. It should be very natural. It's just a shadow, okay? And I go to the end of my eye right here. Now contour is one of those things that it's gonna give a shadow. It's not going to be bronzy. If it's bronzy, you're not gonna get the shadow. You want an ashy shade when you're picking a contour. So I'm gonna do the same thing over here. Now if it's not 100% the same, it's okay, we can fix it, okay? You don't have to be perfect with this makeup. So there is my contour on my cheeks, and I went right to here, okay? Here is a good way to give you an outline, right at the prominent part of your cheekbone to the end of your eye. Okay, then I'm gonna come up here and I'm going to just put it really close to my hairline, but I'm not gonna go down here. I don't wanna create a shadow right here. I wanna keep my face lifted and up, so I'm gonna go right up here, and then I'm gonna keep it next to my hairline. The reason I'm doing that is because as we age, we do tend to recede in our hairline, and so we're gonna be pulling this contour back to give the look that we don't have a receding hairline, okay? So if you have that issue, that's a really good trick. If you have a small forehead, you do not need to contour your forehead. You wanna use your face as a roadmap. The palette is a Saint palette. It's a cream-based customized palette. I do free color matches. I will post this and you can comment me. I will send you my free color match form and you can fill it out. I give you all my recommendations for what colors I think are best for you and take the guesswork out of it. So this is just 4 colors is all you need to get started. You can always add more, but this is basic. Okay. Jawline, this is one of the questions I get all the time. We get a lot of loose skin here, don't we, as we age? It's just part of the natural aging process. And we can contour though, we can add a shadow here to create more of a structured jawline, okay? So the best way to explain how to find your jawbone or where you're gonna contour is to put your hand underneath your chin and then run it under that jawbone, okay? Kind of like push up like this and you can really feel it. The biggest area you want to contour when you get a little bit older or in general is right here. This is going to give you that look of a really strong jawline. And so what I like to do is take my brush, take the side of it, and I just start underneath that jawbone and I just kind of create a shadow from ear to ear under that jawline. Now I don't want to go up here. I don't want to create a shadow and make it look dirty right here. I want to go underneath, okay? And that's simple. You guys, literally contour is not something to be scared of because people get really scared of it. It really is just lines. It's like finger painting, okay? And I'm going to put a little underneath my lip. I do have cold sores, which is throwing my lips, but it's okay. It's part of life, right? And this will give you a little bit more of like a fuller lip. So if you have really thin lips, I have nothing done to my lips. I don't do filler in my lips, but I do have very thin lips. I've just come to accept that in life. I've always been that way. And I can just run a little contour here just to create the illusion of a little bit more of a fuller lip. So that's another little tip for you. Okay, nose contour. Once again, none of these areas have to be contoured. If you don't want to contour a certain area, don't do it. Use your face as a roadmap. If you have a really thin nose, don't contour your nose. If you have a wide nose and you want to make it thinner, that would be why you would contour your nose. So same thing here. I'm just going to take the edge of the brush, okay, just like that, and I'm going to take my face and pull it down. Hopefully you can see these natural shadows right here, okay? So there's lots of tricks for contouring your nose. I just find this the easiest. I'm just gonna go right on that natural shadow and stamp. See how I did that? That's why I love this brush. It's awesome. Same thing here. I'm just gonna stamp. Easy, right? And then I'm just gonna go on the other side of this brush and just go right here on the tip of my nose. Okay, so easy, you guys. Then whatever's left on my brush, I'm gonna pull up to my eyebrow like that. And that is my nose contour. Like anyone can do this. I just want you to know this is so easy. Okay, now we're gonna go in with our main foundation shade. I am using the same brush. I will not change my brush, just so you know. It's literally the same brush I'm using for everything. My main shade or my main highlight, Saint calls it highlights. The reason they call it highlights is we have a 3D foundation. So if you're used to using like a one color foundation and you notice that you look like a washed out piece of paper, it's because when you look at my skin, look how many colors I have in my skin. I have a ton. And if I go in with one color, what's gonna happen is it's gonna make me look really blank and one-dimensional. So Saint has a 3D foundation shade, which is a foundation shade, a highlight, a main highlight. It matches your skin the best. It has a brightener, so it's going to really brighten and pop forward any areas we want to really have people notice, which is usually like that middle of your face where you smile. Those are the things we want people to notice. And then it has a contour. So all three of those are gonna give us coverage, okay? So I'm gonna go in with my main color. Now I'm tapping this time, right? I'm using the main part of this brush. And I'm gonna start right underneath that contour, and I'm just gonna pull down to my my mouth. And then I'm just gonna put it right here. I'm gonna bring it along, same thing. So if you're a man, have a beard, that's kind of that area that we wanna put that foundation. And then I'm going to bring a little bit under my nose, just like that. I'm not using much at all. Okay, and then I'm gonna tap above my contour. So see how I'm using that contour to really map out where my face and where the colors go. And I'm just gonna put it right here, along the side of my nose, not on the contour. That's gonna make it look a little thinner. And I'm just gonna tap. So with cream, you don't wanna swipe. If you swipe, you're going to pull your makeup off, okay? So you just wanna push it into the skin. Think of like a cat. This is like the funniest analogy. Someone said this to me one time and I'll never forget it. You know how a cat like pushes on you or like paws you? That's the same motion that you're gonna use when you're putting this makeup on, because you're pressing it into the skin and it's absorbing into the skin. It's like skin. Look, my skin is moving with this makeup, and that's what we want, okay? And then I'm just gonna put a little above my eyebrows, just like that, right underneath the contour, okay? That's my main highlight shade. Now, I do have some discoloration, so what I'm going to do, I'm not taking my foundation color under my eyes. I'm just going almost like right where that bag is, under here. And I'm not gonna color correct or do any of those things today, but you can. So those are all options to add to your kit. You can put a color corrector in there, okay? Now I'm gonna go in with a brightener. My brightener is usually 1 to 2 shades lighter. Some people go a lot lighter. I believe if you have mature skin, you don't wanna go too light on the under eye, because that's where we have a lot of texture, fine lines, and you just don't wanna highlight those too much, because whatever you put a lighter color on is going to bring forward. So I'm gonna go right on the edge of my eye and on the inner corner. That's it, okay? Very light amount. We don't wanna have cakiness under the eye, and as you mature, less is more. If you're finding that you're getting a lot of cakiness, it's because you're probably using too much product. And honestly, you'll notice that first as you get a little older, is because we have so much texture under there. Okay, then I'm gonna bring it right down the center of that contour, and then right on my Cupid's bow, and then right on my chin. Turn my brush over, and I'm just gonna tap all those colors together. Okay, so I'm just pushing all those together. If you guys have questions, let me know. Okay, and then when I get right under the eye, what I do is I just come right in here, and I'm following that down my nose, and I'm tapping under the eye. Really keeping that from underneath those little fine lines. So yes, I'm getting coverage, I'm just not putting a lot of product under there. The majority of my product is going down my nose and up here towards my hairline. The rest is just on my brush. I'm not putting more product on. I'm just using that same amount just right under the eye. See how that brightens up that eye? By not putting a lot of product on there, you can still get the look you want. If you have dark circles, I do recommend color correcting first. I'm just showing you really basic today. Okay, so there are lots of options, just so you know. I'm just not showing you everything. Then I'm gonna go right down the center of my nose, and then I'm just gonna blend all this out together. If you blend light to dark, one of the biggest questions I get asked, how do you not have a muddy look? You wanna blend light to dark. That's the key to not getting a muddy look. Okay, so I've blended out my main foundation, my brightener. Now I'm gonna go right here and do my contour. Now, this is a little trick you can use. I take my setting spray, I spray it on my brush, and then I'm gonna start right here on the end of my contour, and I'm going to tap up to my hairline. I'm not gonna start swiping. If you do, you're gonna get some texture. We have texture on our cheeks as we age, so tapping is going to give you a more skin-like look, okay? And then I'm gonna pull up just a little bit, and kind of lift that contour towards my eyes to get a more lifted look. Notice I'm keeping my shadow there. I don't have a line. So you don't want a line, you just want to have a little bit of a shadow. It's like an illusion, right? To give you those strong cheekbones. Okay, and then I'm gonna come up here. This I'm gonna pull back into my hairline. And by putting the setting spray on my brush, it's just making sure that my contour blends really nice, but it's also gonna make sure that my makeup doesn't move. Okay, and then I'm gonna come here on my chin, I'm gonna pull down. This is gonna give that strong jawline. And if you have a double chin, pulling it down even further is gonna get rid of that double chin. It's gonna give the appearance that you have a shadow there. And shadows are receding, okay? So dark is gonna recede. So anywhere you wanna make smaller is where you're putting that contour. And you definitely wanna make sure that's blended out because I do not want a line there, okay? All right, and then when I get here, you can use either side of the brush, but it's a very light hand, so I'm almost holding it like a pencil, and I'm just barely sweeping that because you do wanna have, an outline there, okay? You wanna have, not a line, but you wanna make it look like you have a bit of a shadow there. Okay. And then right there. That's my 3D foundation, you guys, so easy. Okay, last step is a blush. This one is Candy, it's very light. I kind of picked a light one today, but we have all different shades. Like, here's just a couple ideas of what we have. So we have a ton. And you can mix and match, which is so fun. But I'm just gonna show you how easy this is. I'm gonna take my finger and I'm going to place my lip and cheek color higher up on my face. So I like to take 2 fingers and put them at an angle at the end of my nostril. I don't like to do this, I like to do it like this. So it's almost angled with the edge of your eye, and then right on top of that contour is where you put the blush. That one is not showing up, so we're gonna do a darker one so you can see it. I'm gonna use this one. I don't even know what it is, I'd have to pop it out. But so basically what you're doing, 2 fingers, 1, 2, like that. Now, if you have a really thin face, use your face as a roadmap, right? If you have a really thin face, you can put it on the apples of your cheeks. But if you're trying to get lift and you want to really accentuate those cheekbones, putting it up higher is gonna give that lift, that natural lift, okay? Same brush again, you guys, and I'm just gonna tap it up to my hairline. Okay, and if you get too much blush on, you can go back in with your cream and you can fix it. Okay, and you wanna tap this so it looks natural. Cream blush, if you've not tried cream blush, it is so skin-like and natural. It's not like putting on powder blush. Powder blush gives you that really textured look. This is gonna give you that like glow from within look. So cream blush, if you're gonna start with any cream product, cream blush is my absolute favorite, okay? Like that. You can even take it and put it on your lips. Like that. I like to put a gloss on my lips, so I'll do this and then I'll put something like this on my lips just because I like gloss. This is the, what is this one? This is the Maybelline Lifter Gloss. I love this stuff. It has hyaluronic acid in it. It's really good. This is the color Reef. I like that. It just gives me a nice, pretty look. That is it, you guys. Then what you'll do is you'll spray. Now, if you love bronzer and you want to add different things like illuminator, you can do all of those things. But I'm just showing you really easily how you can use 4 colors to get a really fast look. Spray, that's going to hold it in place. If you are oily, you can use a setting powder before you spray. Okay, so I would definitely suggest that. And then I'm just going to put on a little mascara really quick. I'm using the Pump It Up Maggie. This one is my new favorite. It's from Red Aspen. I use this on my top lashes, and then I'll show you what I've been using on my bottom lashes because I love the wand for it. All right. And if you're watching this video and you want a free color match, all you need to do is comment me once I post this, and I'll send you my free color match form. And then all you have to do is fill it out. It asks you some questions about your favorite colors. You'll send me a no makeup selfie, and then I just send you back all my recommendations, okay? I make it really easy for you guys. I know that picking colors for yourself sometimes is really hard, and so that is what I'm here for. And then you have direct access to me, so you can ask me any questions, and we can kind of text back and forth. whatever's easiest, okay? And then the other thing is once you get your makeup, I do FaceTimes with my customers to help them learn how to apply and learn simple techniques, okay? All right, so that's my top lashes. I've been using, for my bottom lashes, I think I brought it out. Maybe I didn't bring it. Oh no. Let's see. I don't think I brought it out. Never mind. I've been using the, yeah, I don't have it. I've been using the MAC. It has the tiniest wand and I love it for my bottom lashes. I'll have to show you guys another time, but I'm just gonna do my bottom lashes really quick. And I don't put a lot on my bottom lashes, just enough to give just a little bit there. Unfortunately, Saint is only sold in the US and Canada right now, so we're not in the UK, unfortunately. Hopefully someday soon we will get there, but yeah, so we're only in the US and Canada. I'm sorry. I wish we were in the UK. You guys, this is it. Like, how easy is that? If you're commenting me, make sure you put it underneath my post. So I'm gonna post it, and then you can comment me, and I'll make sure I'll get it to you. But I'll lose you if I in this, I won't have you. So anyways, this is my one compact makeup. I would love to help you guys. If you do not follow me, give me a follow. I teach easy makeup tips. I keep it real and simple, you guys. Honestly, makeup should be fun. And as we age, sometimes that fun kind of goes away. And I don't want you guys to lose that with your makeup. And so I try to make it fun again. And I try to make it very simple because makeup should be really simple. So if you have a friend that needs easy makeup tips, send my page to them so they can, take a look. And if you guys have questions about makeup, please always reach out. That's what I'm here for. All right, you guys, I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday. I have to go run some errands, do all the things, but if you want a free color match, I am gonna post this on my main page. Go ahead and comment me, and I will send you that color match form. Okay, bye guys, thanks for hanging out.